Welcome to Spotlight Gulf Coast, a weekly showcase of people and events across South Mississippi. Spotlight Gulf Coast is partnered with William Carey University and sponsored by the IP Casino Resort and Spa, Mississippi Power Company, and the Butch Ostelet Foundation.
Hi everyone, this is Todd Trenchard, Executive Director of the Baco Foundation of South Mississippi, welcoming you to another segment of Spotlight Gulf Coast right here on WXXV. Each week we're coming into your living room talking about what's going on all across South Mississippi, and we want to thank our sponsors for this generous opportunity. Today, of course, we're joined by our Chairman of the Board, Philip Pogue. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And Tiffany Boyd. Tiffany, first time to be on our little TV show, and I hope it's the first of many.
Thank you for having me.
We were talking out in the hallway, found out that, from the Jackson area, and certainly want to bring, I guess, who you are to our community. That's a great place to start.
Oh, we're so excited to be a part of the Gulf Coast, and we just bought a house. We'll be closing very soon and moving down here and being a part of what the coast has to offer. We've got a little son that's already enjoying it. We've been to the beach a couple times.
Right.
But, we're really excited about the opportunities here. We have a Honda store and we just purchased a Chevy store, so Bob Boyd Chevrolet. And
right.
We're so excited to be here and service the Gulf Coast.
I know both locations very, very well, and one of my very best friends, Marshall, of course, helped your father, I think, back in locating that piece of property, and I've bought pretty much every car for the last decade from Philip, and I love the Chevy model. I love everything about the store. It's been first class all the way around. So welcome to the community.
Thank you.
I know we were trying to talk a little bit, Philip, and sort of, I guess, educate her a little bit about what we do. I always like to say, what don't we do? I mean, we've been doing this for so long, and it was just an idea of how can you build a stronger community. And what started off as a small idea has turned into something that has really changed the history of the Gulf Coast, and that's not putting it mildly. We are involved in just about everything, and I know, Philip, you've been the chair, the last 3 years?
This is my third year.
You reminded everybody this is my last year, because he doesn't know when he signs on. That means you have to go to all the events too with me, and but he's been very good about doing that. It's been I think the last couple of years after COVID shut down everything, there's just a lot of events out there, but a lot of need. And I know that we were talking about scholarships and how we could get more and more out there. Is this what you thought it was when you came on?
Well, I'll tell you, 12 years ago, it wasn't what it is today. It's been super exciting to watch the foundation go from back then to where it is now, because really back then we were focused on a smaller area. Now our window is the entire Gulf Coast helping people.
Right.
And it's really about our children and education and arts and doing the right thing, really. And there's so many kids out there that need our help. And the Gulf Coast is probably the most exciting place to live in Mississippi. And being part of making it better has been the best thing for me. It's been exciting for me and my family.
I know that you moving down here, you're starting to see that where we're very connected here.
Absolutely, and we love that. My family, we're, especially with the Brandon store, I think coming on 19 years, we're heavily involved in that community. And coming here now to the coast, we were so excited to get involved with the community. My sister's been a part of Special Olympics. She's special needs for many, many years. And we had just actually finished up the Ingalls 5K and did things like that. So I think that's what drew us most to the coast, was everyone's so involved within the community. It just kind of feeds our soul a little bit to be able to be a part of that as well.
I know it's been a blessing for me. I've emceed the Special Olympics the last 13 years.
I love it.
At the YMCA, and the 5K this year was the exact same day.
Yeah.
And I remember when Evan Hughes started the 5K for Ingalls, and of course the president of Ingalls is on the state board, Erwin Edenson. And he was also the chair of our event. So you got to meet a lot of people through giving back into the community in these causes. I've always been very touched with special needs kids. This past weekend, we went to had the Dream Program golf tournament, and to spend the day out there and just see the delight on their faces, but more the parents. They're so gracious and to you for coming out and spending the day with their loved ones. It changes your whole mindset, and this is the best place that I've ever seen. I'm not sure you could do this anywhere. I'm glad to hear, Brandon, y'all have a lot to do with the community up there. Now, as far as, is that your favorite, is like the Special Olympics? Do you have a...
Special Olympics is obviously they have a special place in my heart. I've been going to the games ever since I was 7 years old. We would always go to Keesler Air Force Base every year for state games, and now I'm on the board for Special Olympics Mississippi, and so it's a special place in my heart because I really did get to see how it grew my sister into being a mature young woman who was not just timid anymore. She will go up and talk to a stranger like they are her best friend, and I just love seeing that benefit that she's gained from it. So yeah, I would say they've got a special place in my heart. But obviously too, now being here, we want to be involved with more and really help the community thrive and flourish.
Well, we'll sit in a room. I'm a one-stop shop all.
Let's do it.
So, now, Philip, I know that we've talked about we can't fund everything, and we fund so many organizations that sometimes you'll lose effectiveness when you're funding 35 or 40 different causes. And scholarships is where we started. I don't know that there's a better investment than, giving to, a student that's going to go off to college and then follow them through, not just give them some monies, but, when they come back, offer them either a lot of the students that we help will come back and we'll want a summer job, and we'll set them up for like an internship. So when they graduate, they've already looked at the fields that they're going to probably go in. And I think it takes that extra little bit of attention, and I think that's been very effective.
It's an investment. The way I look at it, it's an investment to the future leaders of the Gulf Coast. We're training them now and helping them. They'll come back. I mean, I've lived all over the country, and I still came back.
Right. Now we're going to go to a short commercial break. I do want to talk a little bit more about what the transition has been like. I know you're very excited about it. I know I'm excited about it. I'm looking 2 years into the future because I love leasing vehicles. I love driving the newest thing, and I wish they made them every year and I could do that, but the leases, they don't let me do that for some reason. I guess they figured out.
I'll fix you up.
We know a guy.
Well, we're going to come back. Y'all don't move, and we're going to be right back. We're talking about all the great causes going on all across our community. So don't touch that remote. Welcome back, everyone. Of course, we're talking with Tiffany Boyd and Philip Pogue. And Tiffany, we were talking a little bit about some of the things that you like in the community, especially Special Olympics, and that makes my heart melt because it's such a calling for me, to be able to serve the community and meet things like that. On this particular segment, I do want to talk a little bit about the dealerships. I know y'all have the Honda dealership over in Moss Point.
We do. Bob White Honda, Moss Point. We've actually been open for about 3 years now. We opened up during the pandemic, so shortage on cars. We've been there. It was a very rough start, but this year we're really growing, and we're excited to grow it within the Moss Point community, and really brings that quality Honda experience to the Gulf Coast. And we didn't stop there. Now we have Bob White Chevrolet too, and we can't be more excited. So
I mean, both of them really a lot of traffic. Obviously, right there on 63, you got Ingalls coming out.
Great location, yes.
Chevron coming out.
Yeah, and both stores are just so beautiful. And my dad, when he got into this business 40 years ago, he did it because he wanted to have a future for our family and build a legacy and
Right.
and really do the car business the right way for our customers. And so it's been a joy and, you know, a privilege to watch him and kind of pass the torch down to me, and really, you know, customers are first, and give them the best experience, roll out the red carpet, do what you got to do to make everything right for them, and give them a quality experience, a quality vehicle. And you know, we do business right. We're very proud of our team.
I know I've met a lot of people in the service industry, and one of my favorite quotes, Lee Bond, who learned from Steve Morgan at IP, and they always say the answer is yes. It's always yes. And so I'm not sure. We'll figure out how to get there afterwards.
We'll figure out how to get there.
Now, Philip, the transition, I know you've been excited about it. You know, you get a little bit wound up there. You get
I do.
it's like 90-0 for what?
Right. Well, it's exciting for us. The Boyd family has come in and they've done so many things. They made a big investment initially, you know, to buy the dealership. The real estate there is pretty nice, as you might imagine. But what they've invested in is into our team, into our people, and they're making a huge difference already. And you know, they're advertising. You'll see us all over the TV. Her and her father just have this amazing chemistry on the TV, and
Right.
really get the message out and make people excited about coming to see us. And it is the right way to buy a car. You know, to always say yes if you can. If there's any human way possible to do it, we want to do it.
Right.
So the customer experience is 100% of everything. What they feel about us is so important.
I'm glad to see, yeah, because I've seen the commercials right away, and that is a little unusual when you see a dealership, they're sort of feeling it out. But it was like it was planned beforehand. It was, you know, we're going to be a part of this market. We're going to be a part of this Mississippi Gulf Coast. And they really do both have a great location. You see the car business, a lot of it is moving, to the major thoroughfares and not in the cities anymore.
Right.
You don't have to get off the interstates. They're right there for convenience sake. And but I know I pass by the lot twice a day. I'm always looking over there, and I mean, you see all the trucks out there. It's a big change in the last couple of years, obviously.
Right. We're finally getting inventory again.
Yes.
And it's so nice you can literally say our entrance to our dealership is less than 100 yards off the interstate. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're there. You get off at Cedar Lake, and you can't miss us. So.
I love how you use professional marketing, but you also use Facebook marketing to thank your customer, or you might put something on there, you know, customer day. That I still can't get over the day it was raining so hard that guy went out there and said, "We'll sell your vehicle."
That's
great.
dedication
I was
right
like,
there.
I love that. Well, everybody was talking about it.
Right.
I mean, and that's a keeper. I want you to. Now, as far as I guess future plans with Chevy, and you know, obviously Chevy's a big brand here in this country. I mean, is Chevy specialty trucks or just a little bit of
Their biggest market share is the Silverado truck.
Silverado?
And then, you know, you move into the SUVs like the Tahoe. They've dominated that market for so long, and they continue to dominate it. So it's a great product line to represent. They have so many different things. Now we're really moving into the electrics. We got so many electric vehicles now that just have extreme ranges and are really nice. We have, I think, 4 right now at the dealership, 4 Blazers that are electric, and they're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I could never comprehend until you actually get in it and drive it.
I did a show one time for Mississippi Power, and we went out in one, and I mean, I just couldn't believe I mean, it lifts you.
They get up and go.
The get up and go is not sacrificed, so it's great.
Now, as far as, you know, the bigger trucks, you see more and more people, I guess, as you get a little older. Obviously, people move to that. It's easier for people to get in and out of.
Right.
But there's still a demand, obviously, for the younger generation that may like the smaller vehicles.
That's another exciting segment. They've really listened to the customers. The new Trailblazer and Trax, the smaller SUVs, loaded in equipment, and they get in the high 30s on gas mileage. So you can't call it an entry-level vehicle anymore. They're very nice.
So it's not like the big Tahoe or Suburban, but it's not the smaller. It's more of a family,
Right.
mid-size, and yeah, that's. Of course, I had a couple, another brand, but you know, great cars.
Right.
I mean, it was sort of my first step up was in that, and but once you get into the Tahoe, I mean, I don't know how anybody would not have the Tahoe.
Right.
I mean, that would just be everything that anybody
Right, they
would
are
want.
nice.
Yeah, they are. Really enjoy it. Now, your plans are to move on down here on the coast, and you said you like the beach.
Oh, I love it. My parents have lived here for about 3 years now, and they couldn't be happier that we're moving down. Of course, we've got a little 10-month-old son, and you know, they wanted us to be closer to them. But it also gives us an opportunity to really work with both of the stores and get involved within the community. And
Right.
so we couldn't be happier.
So many things to do. You can go see the aquarium one day. You can go on
We
the
love
other.
it.
You know,
Yes.
you're really close to a lot of different things. If you ever want to go into New Orleans, you're right there. You know, the Gulf Coast it was a hidden gem. I don't think it is anymore.
I think the
people-
secret's out.
The secret is definitely out, and we appreciate y'all coming on, telling us a little bit about you know, what's going on, and look forward to you coming back. Welcome to the
Absolutely.
community.
Thank
Any
you
way
so
we can
much.
help. And Philip, I'm gonna put you to work here before too long, and I think we got a few meetings coming up here, a few events coming up here. Got Drew Brees coming here in about a week, and we got a lot of stuff going on. So
Exciting, very exciting.
appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk with Casey, and so y'all don't touch that remote. Welcome back, everyone, and now we're joined by Casey Mayo. And Casey, don't be nervous. Everybody had to sit in that seat for the first time at one time, and you've been doing a fantastic job. Certainly wanted to get you. I think last week you were over here and we're on a little segment, but this is a little different game. Now we got to answer the hard questions, like tell us a little bit about yourself. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and you know, where you from? I know you're down here, from Gaucher?
From Gaucher. I went to Gaucher schools, and I moved over to Ocean Springs, where my children now go to school.
Right. And so you've been a part of Jackson County, and I know this last 4 weeks has been a whirlwind. This is not a Jackson County organization. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
There really is not a dull moment. It's, you know, people don't believe it.
It's been such a pleasure seeing everything behind the scenes and what you do, Todd.
Well, that's why they pay me the big bucks, I guess. But you've done a fantastic job. You know, coming on right when we're in the busiest probably time of the year, because a lot of nonprofits are having events, and that's a blessing that you're able to see those instead of hearing about it. You know, just to think what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, going to Rotaries or to going to you know, seeing scholarship presentations, seeing the DREAM program. You'll be seeing OSEF this coming week. You're going to be seeing, you know, Butch's thing for the Home of Grace. And, you know, what an education and what an opportunity. I think what stands out most about you that I've seen is your heart. I mean, it's just, you can tell. I was watching you the other day, you know, with some of the people that I've known for years and years with the DREAM program, and you just have that natural sort of bonding with people, and that's a gift. Not everybody has that.
Thank you.
And I think that's a very special talent. Now, I've taught you also a little bit about fundraising?
Fundraising, how to put on events, what all goes on behind the scenes, and how to get it all started.
Yeah, you get it started, and then it'll start feeding on itself, and then being exposed to this, because you can have the best cause in the world. If you don't get it out there, it's just the best cause in the world. This is on another level, and you're able to, you know, interface with other community leaders, and you know, what a great business development tool. Who else has a set that they can bring people onto?
Right.
You know, if they want to know what we do.
What we
And
do.
just saw that with Tiffany on the previous segment. Now, You like to, I think, play a little baseball.
I
mean,
do.
you
My
always-
boys are in travel ball, so we're at the baseball fields every weekend.
Yeah, 90 to nothing. I
90
mean,
to-
that's, I guess down here they can play baseball all year round. I know up in north they now have the little domes they play
Yeah.
in the wintertime, but that's probably why the South has the better baseball teams. 'Cause
Yes.
can play it all year long, and it's just, you know, it is part of life. You know, is baseball. As long as I can remember, that was the sport. You know, football was football, but baseball was, you know, growing up, that was, you didn't really have to have too much. You could, if you didn't have a glove, too bad. You just picked it up.
We say in my house, baseball is life.
Yeah, well, it is. But you also learn a little bit about, you know, you're able to work, like you said, concession stands,
Yes.
and you get to meet other parents, and you,
Yes, we become a community.
yeah, and it builds communities all over the
does.
country that way. Small little events like that. Now, what has been your favorite thing, you know, over the last couple weeks? Has it been the events we go to, the Dream Program? I know you were touched
Yes,
by that.
that was my favorite event that we went to, the Dream Program. Just interacting with others there, watching them smile and have their victories that day. That really was very warming to my heart. And
Right.
I mean, that's just a great little event for the community to come out and see. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I know that you've always had a, you know, a heart to try to help people. I saw a little piece on another station that you went up to Oklahoma and organized a little team for the tornadoes?
I
And
did.
They just had those same tornadoes yesterday and the day before in that area, but you took it upon yourself to put something together, and not everybody thinks that way.
I did. It might be about that time to go again, I guess.
Well, and we do that. We do that with the Trident Foundation. I know we've been communicating because we have a little trailer that we get, and we, you know, try to help out where we can. And but to see people that are down and out, it's an opportunity.
Yes.
You know, to reach people and you know, spread, you know, both love and hope that it's going to be okay.
Yes, and we all need that in those times, and I think that's what makes the world go round.
Now I know that I know probably something that has been different, you know, for you. Maybe you didn't think this happened on this level, but you're sitting there, you know, in some of our prayer groups in the morning. And you got Butch and I. We've been doing this for years, you know, and they always know the names and they know that we're out there doing all this, but they don't understand that we
Yes.
start off with. That's got to be sort of neat.
That's got to be my favorite part of this whole thing. I feel so honored to be part of that with you guys. It's such a special thing to share with you all in the morning, and it's a good way to start our day.
Yeah, and you've gotten to meet the head of Boyd Gaming down here, and you go in places that nobody gets to see with Vince, and you know, it really, you told me one time, it's almost like surreal that all this is happening this quickly, but that's, hey, if you're going to be a part of your community, be a part of the community. And so, you know, I've always felt that you could write a check or you could go and learn what they do.
Yes.
And that's much more important to me, you know, than just writing a check. So money's important, but it's also about the relationships. And we have a great coast down here.
We do.
Just watching, you know, Tiffany and Philip talk. Never met Tiffany in my life, and you know, I was sitting there, and what a genuine person.
Yes, she was wonderful. Such a pleasure. All of that makes all of this so wonderful.
I'm Noah. We just got about a minute left, and I know that being a resident of the Gulf Coast for most of, I guess, your life.
Most of my life.
You know, it's a lot of need out there in a lot of different areas, and we can only do what we can do. But by being an example to somebody else, maybe somebody else is out there, you know, well,
That's
they
so
can
true.
do it, we can do that. So,
That's true.
I know we got a busy couple weeks. I appreciate you coming on. It wasn't that bad.
No, thank you for having me.
Goes by real quickly. I appreciate what you've brought to the foundation and to me personally. So thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, Todd.
We're going to, again, close out this segment by thanking everybody for their generous support of the Baco Foundation of South Mississippi. Busy time of year. We're out there promoting a lot of causes, raising a lot of monies. But like I always say, you know, if you don't give to us, just find some cause that you're passionate about and give back. This is a great place to live, and what a privilege and honor I have to be able to work for an organization that allows me to do this. Until next time, this is Todd Trenchard saying so long, and may God bless.